John and Sarah had what appeared to be a perfect marriage. They met during their college years, and their love blossomed into a beautiful partnership. John was a hard-working professional who always prioritized Sarah's happiness above his own. He often surprised her with small gestures of affection, like cooking her favorite meals or leaving handwritten notes around the house. Sarah, on the other hand, was the life of every gathering, charismatic and ambitious in her career. Together, they were the envy of their friends, a picture-perfect couple with dreams of building a future together. However, beneath the surface, small cracks were beginning to form. Sarah had started to express dissatisfaction with their routines, yearning for something more exciting. John, ever the problem solver, worked harder to provide her with what she wanted. He took on extra hours at work to afford vacations and luxuries, hoping to rekindle the spark they once shared. Unbeknownst to him, Sarah's desires went beyond material comforts. She craved a kind of attention and validation that John's efforts couldn't fulfill. The change in Sarah's behavior was gradual, but undeniable. She began spending late nights at the office, citing deadlines and meetings. Her phone was suddenly always out of reach, locked with a password John didn't know. John's initial concerns were brushed off as paranoia, but his gut told him something was wrong. Then came the moment that shattered his world. One evening, while cleaning their shared computer, John stumbled upon a folder filled with text exchanges and photos. Messages from Sarah to her boss, laden with flirtation and intimacy, left no room for doubt. The realization hit John like a freight train. This wasn't a misunderstanding, it was betrayal in its purest form. The woman he had devoted his life to was having an affair, and the depth of the deception left him reeling. John confronted Sarah that same night. As he laid the evidence before her, the room filled with a deafening silence. Her initial denial quickly crumbled under the weight of proof. Tears streamed down her face as she admitted to the affair, but her apologies were tainted with justifications, excuses about feeling neglected or unfulfilled. John's heartbreak was palpable. Every moment of their relationship replayed in his mind, now tinged with betrayal. The sacrifices he had made, the love he had given, all felt meaningless. He struggled with waves of emotions, rage, sadness, confusion. Sarah's betrayal wasn't just an infidelity, it was the destruction of the trust and partnership he had built his life around. Over the following days, John isolated himself, unable to function normally. The home they had shared became a prison of memories, every corner reminding him of the life they were supposed to have. Friends reached out, but he couldn't bring himself to explain. He realized this wasn't a situation he could simply forgive or forget. Something inside him had broken irreparably. Rather than reacting impulsively, John channeled his pain into meticulous planning. He realized that revenge wasn't about spite. It was about reclaiming his dignity and ensuring Sarah faced the consequences of her actions. Over the following weeks, he gathered more evidence of her infidelity, compiling a solid case to protect himself in the impending divorce proceedings. John's transformation during this time was stark. The man who had once centered his life around love and trust now operated with cold precision. He met with a lawyer, outlining every detail of Sarah's betrayal and ensuring that his financial and emotional investment in the marriage would not leave him destitute. Every document he collected, every legal step he took, was a step toward freedom. At the same time, John began preparing for his departure. He severed ties with mutual friends, closed joint accounts, and started liquidating unnecessary assets. The act of preparation became therapeutic. It gave him a sense of control in a situation that had rendered him powerless. Each decision was painful but necessary, a symbol of his determination to reclaim his life. The day John revealed his evidence was both cathartic and heart-wrenching. He invited Sarah's family and closest friends for what appeared to be a casual gathering. With everyone present, he calmly presented the evidence of her affair: text messages, emails, and photographs. The room fell silent as the truth came to light. Sarah's attempts to explain herself only deepened the shame and guilt etched on her face. John didn't stop there. He had anonymously shared the evidence with Sarah's workplace HR department, exposing the affair with her boss. The fallout was swift. Her boss faced disciplinary actions, and Sarah's professional reputation was tarnished. For John, this was more than revenge, it was justice. He had been wronged, and now the world would see the truth. In the divorce proceedings, John's meticulous preparation paid off. Armed with irrefutable evidence, he secured a favorable settlement. He retained their home and significant assets, while Sarah was left to face the consequences of her actions, both personally and professionally. John's revenge wasn't cruel. It was a calculated act of reclaiming his worth and ensuring Sarah understood the gravity of her betrayal. With the divorce finalized, John executed the final phase of his plan. He left the city without informing anyone of his destination. He changed his phone number, deleted his social media accounts, and cut all ties with Sarah and their shared social circle. To her, he had vanished completely, leaving her to deal with the aftermath of her actions alone. John's disappearance was his way of reclaiming control over his life. He relocated to a small coastal town, where he began rebuilding his sense of self. The sound of the waves and the quiet rhythm of life in the town became a balm for his wounded soul. He took up hobbies he had once abandoned, like painting and running, finding solace in the simplicity of his new existence. Though the scars of betrayal remained, John began to heal. He allowed himself to mourn the loss of his marriage, but he also embraced the opportunity to start over. The pain, while still present, no longer defined him. In his solitude, he rediscovered his strength and purpose. Sarah's life unraveled in John's absence. Her affair with her boss ended in scandal, leaving her ostracized at work and among friends. The once vibrant social life she had enjoyed was replaced by whispers and judgment. The home that had once symbolized their shared dreams now felt empty and cold, a constant reminder of what she had lost. Regret consumed Sarah as she reflected on her choices. She had sought excitement and validation, but had destroyed the foundation of her life in the process. Loneliness became her constant companion, and she found herself longing for the stability and love she had taken for granted. Meanwhile, John's new life slowly began to take shape. He found comfort in simple joys, like long walks along the beach and meaningful conversations with newfound friends. Though he remained wary of relationships, he started to rediscover his sense of worth and purpose. His journey wasn't about finding someone new, but about finding himself again. He became a stronger, more self-aware person, determined never to lose himself in someone else's shadow again. The story ends with a reflective tone, offering a powerful message about trust and betrayal. It emphasizes the importance of honesty and communication in relationships and the devastating consequences when those values are forsaken. John's story serves as a reminder that even in the face of heartbreak, it's possible to rebuild and find peace. His final words resonate deeply with the audience. Betrayal may shatter you, but it also teaches you the strength you never knew you had. In losing everything, I found myself. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so and press the notification bell. This way, you'll stay updated with more shocking real-life stories.